Flip your phone vertical for the story experience. What is up, y'all? Today's been kind of a crazy day. It's 12:16, and I'm just finally getting over the hump of stuff that I have to do. We had inventory this morning at work, which would have only been till about, let's see, probably 9 o'clock or something. But I had a cat emergency, so our cat's not feeling so well. He's been puking and all kinds of gross stuff. But I don't know, we had to bring him to the vet, kind of like an emergency type of situation. He's okay. He's got different kind of meds. In fact, I'm at the pharmacy right now to pick up some more meds for him. And then I'm gonna get home and see if I can get some work done on comics, and yeah. Oh yeah, did I mention it's Saturday? It's Saturday. So yeah. Happy weekend, y'all, from the 80s. What? Alright, y'all, so this day kind of got away from me in some ways. I didn't really have an opportunity to work on comics like I wanted to, but I was able to do some sketching and stuff like that while I was hanging out with my wife and everything, which was cool. And so I actually, this is really exciting, I actually figured out the logo design. My buddy Marius has been helping me come up with ideas and stuff, and he's just been kind of a flood of like just all kinds of cool ideas for the logo. And then I would go and do some sketches kind of inspired by what he was doing, and it would kind of go back and forth. And today I spent a good amount of time just playing some more with sketches, and we kind of honed in on an idea. And very quickly he sent me back a version of something I sketched that was like perfect. Like it was like, it just made it all look kind of professional and awesome, and it was really cool. So I have a logo now. I can't believe it. Like it took forever because there was so many ideas, and nothing was just feeling just right. You know, there was a lot of good ideas, but it was just like a little bit too much this, a little bit not enough this, that kind of thing. And I felt like it was going to take forever. And and last but not least, if you're interested in learning about Blender, he's really good in that program, and he does tutorials on YouTube. And I will put a link in the description of the video. On when I do this on YouTube, I'll put a link down there so you can check out his channel, because he's just got some really helpful videos if you're interested in learning stuff in Blender. So yeah, really cool stuff. I finally was able to come up with kind of a cool sketch, and what Marius did to just make it just made it look perfect, like professional, like something I can put on a comic book, on any book, and just it looks cool. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you what it looks like right here. Isn't that cool? Like, that is just way too awesome to me. I don't know, I can't say how grateful, how much more grateful I am for Marius helping me out with that. And yeah, I don't know, he just understood the vision and just kind of made it look awesome. And I'll share probably in a couple posts and here and there, I'll show like some of the sketches of mine that led up to it. And yeah, I don't know, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, I can't wait to slap that on a comic and make and all the other stuff too, like on videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but I think it's great. It's what I'm going with. So really cool. I'm so excited, because this was something that I was having such a hard time trying to figure out, like, for a long time. There's been many times where I've tried to make this logo and I could never come up with anything that I liked. And finally, we figured it out. And my wife was like, when she saw the logo, she was like, I think that's it. Like, that's exactly what we were looking for, because I was discussing it with her beforehand, and it was just really cool. So thank you, Marius, once again, and thank you everybody who wanted to help out, because like a lot of you guys gave me ideas, and I was throwing those ideas in there as well, and trying to play with those and stuff. So everybody's help and encouragement and advice was really helpful in this. So thank you everybody for helping me out, and thank you again, Marius. And yeah, I'm excited, I'm happy. What is up, party people of the internet? I'm sitting here. I just did my morning prayer and reading. Well, I didn't do reading, I did a little bit of studying on a specific scripture. Excuse me. And now I'm going to do a little bit of comic reading. I got this bad boy. I got all 4 of these. There's 2 grand designs by Ed Piskor. You gotta check out his YouTube channel. Him and the guy who made Plain Jane's, which I don't know much about him, but those 2 guys, they have like an amazing channel that just digs deep into comics, into the craft, into just kind of behind the scenes stuff, just reviewing things. It's just such an awesome thing. One of their things, they're reviewing Akira right now, so I'm like excited about that. And yeah, I don't know, there's just so much awesomeness on their YouTube channel. Check them out. It's called Kayfabe, I guess, Kayfabe. Definitely check that out. But yeah, Ed Piskor's got there's 2 grand designs, then there's 2 more second something, and then there's going to be another one called Extinction or whatever, and he goes through the history of X-Men. He like methodically goes through the history of X-Men with this book, and you know, it's just really cool. He does it, I guess, kind of through the eyes of the Watcher, which is cool. So yeah, I don't know, really cool thing. Definitely check it out. I love his style. It's like got that kind of underground comic style to it. So yeah. So yeah, my computer was doing an update, so I decided to just do a little reading real quick of comics, and then I got to get to making comics. So hope you guys are having a great Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon. Alright, so this needs a little more explanation because it's freaking awesome. I just finally read the first issue of X-Men Grand Design, and like I said, this is like almost like an exhaustive history, kind of going through all the different X-Men, you know, the X-Men canon or whatever, and kind of pulling out the history and putting it in like a linear fashion so you can read kind of from beginning to end. I mean, he hasn't gotten to the end yet, but kind of from the beginning to now or whatever, what the history of the X-Men in it is, and something that's really cool. And this takes a while to read. My freaking computer was like, it updated, and then I had to like update Clip Studio Paint and stuff, so it's just frustrating. It took forever, but now it's up and I'm ready to work in comics finally. But anyways, this is really cool. He put like this plaque or whatever here with all the people in the 30 years of X-Men history who basically contributed to the X-Men lore, and it's really cool. And you can see Stan Lee is right there, and Jack Kirby, who created it, right in the middle, but there's everybody else who was involved, so that's really cool. And then this is really cool. If you look at the back, there's like this what would you call it, a bibliography or something like that, and it shows what he referenced to get through each page, and there's like all kinds of stuff in here that I never even knew, tons of stuff that I never knew about the X-Men, of like origins. And it goes through, this whole book really goes through the origin of Xavier, Magneto, the original X-Men team. It's just really cool, and it goes from all the different, you know, stuff that's been told throughout the years. So it's just amazing. I know more about the X-Men than I ever knew before, and it's kind of like, if you're really into X-Men and want to have like a nice reference and stuff, you know, this is just a great thing to like keep by. And if you have, you know, if you're ever like stumped on something about the X-Men that you forgot or whatever, you can just like easily kind of flip to the page, find out what page it is, and then which, that's one thing. I'm surprised the pages aren't numbered, because that would be actually kind of awesome. But once you find out the number of the page, you could you know, go right here and find out where he got, you know, the reference from. And so that's really awesome. And like I said, there's the first series is 1 and 2, X-Men Grand Design, and that these have already been put into a treasury size edition, kind of like I know I have it nearby somewhere. Crap. Usually I have it nearby, and I don't see it right at hand. But anyways. It's like a treasury edition graphic novel almost, or trade paperback. So that's what these two would be included in there, and there's extra stuff in there as well. And then these two, this is Second Genesis, so this is like, I think this is like, you know, when Wolverine comes into the picture. I think this is kind of like when what is it? Is it Lee Weeks and what's his name? I can't think of names right now, but you know who I'm talking about, the guy who writes X-Men a lot. Anyways, I can't think of the names at the moment, but I think, you know, this is kind of that, and I think it gets into like Dark Phoenix era and all that kind of stuff, and Days of Future Past, things like that. And then there's another series that's coming out this year as well, so I'll be getting that, and that'll be another 2, and that'll be the end of the whole series. But this one's already been collected into a graphic novel treasury edition as well. So yeah, just thought I'd share. It's freaking awesome. If you're an X-Men fan, this is like, you kind of got to get these. Like, these are just too awesome. Okay, so my ignorance of X-Men history is great. And I mean, I've been kind of a casual fan for a long time. Probably more than a casual fan, but still not that much more, I guess. So I don't know why I always think of Lee Weeks when it's supposed to be Len Wein. You know, for some reason I get the two stuff. I don't even, whatever. So anyways, Len Wein and Dave Cockrum is the ones who kind of revived X-Men. And I feel like that's kind of the era that maybe the second one is, and maybe probably into the John Byrne, Chris Claremont era as well, I would think. So yeah, that just a little correction for all of you X-Men fans who are like, you're an idiot. Well, you wouldn't be wrong. But you know, it is what it is. I'm learning this stuff as I go as well. So I've learned a lot about comic history, but actually that's one thing, besides the fact that Ed Piskor made these awesome volumes, that's one reason why I was really attracted to this whole thing that he's doing, because I wanted to understand X-Men history a lot better. And I have looked into like the creators and stuff, so I kind of already knew about Len Wein and David Cockrum and John Byrne and Chris Claremont, but for some reason it's been a while and I got it all mixed up in my head. So anyways, that's what's going on. All right, so I worked for a few hours on Lone Wolf, been doing the roofs, for page 1, 2, and 3. Still working it out. 3's been giving me a little more trouble. But I don't know. I like the direction it's going in. I'm enjoying it, having fun. And as you can see, I have all 10 pages laid out. And we'll get to those as soon as we can. Oh, and also I made some variations on the logo. Just wanted to play around, you know, just for different uses. It's always fun to have a few variations. I still, of course, I love the logo proper the way it was originally created, for sure, but it's fun to be able to move some of the parts around, and it'll just kind of, you know, make it versatile. So yeah, let me know what you guys think.